Hella cocaine.
Forever recorded on the internet.
Yay!
Sorry, y'all don't fucking know me.
Hey, I do this mixture of cocaine and gasoline. I call it speed.
But
Life is my drug.
okay.
Ariana is my drug.
No, for Rob, it's Ella Naver.
It's a shame she's gonna die.
Oh man, you guys just reminded me
about to
of
get a
something
relapse.
tonight. All right, that's gonna be fun.
About to get a real L.
All right, we are going to get started. Just made sure everything was working, gave people a chance to get in if they want, and we are kicking it off. Well, I disabled the chat widget. There we go. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group B, Through the Heart, Part 2 of their campaign, Episode 5. We are rolling...
Their Legends lost.
Oh!
We do this every time. You Group C on Thursday.
Alright, well, we're quitting that secession tonight, guys. It was nice knowing you. Everybody's dead. Rocks fall.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to StarCraft. Let me just boot up Blizzard.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
No, yeah, this is Legends Lost, Group B, Episode 5, the second part of their campaign. You are going to confuse me, and I'm going to start describing everything that's happening in Missile Dread tonight. And then you guys are going to be like, what is that? And then like, oh, yeah, let's reverse.
I know what's happening in Elseldred.
Yeah. Anyways, Dungeons and Dragons. It is a role-playing game. As you can see by this stupid banter here, nothing is scripted. My notes for tonight is combat damage from another session. I did my prep work for this group like 3 weeks ago, so I just haven't looked at the document. Other than that, nothing's scripted. Exactly. Everything is going to be off the cuff. We don't know how the dice are going to roll. There are rules that govern, how we mechanically control our characters, but other than that, anything can happen. We are playing in the world of Ilderon, which is a wonderful place. It is a fantasy world, just on the verge of an enlightenment if you were to think of historical periods. Inside of the world of Ilderon, there is only one plane, and it is plane locked. There is a huge expansive demiplane known as the Bridge that kind of functions as the afterlife. And other than that, everybody, gods, mortals, and anyone that ever is, just kind of occupies the physical world of Ilderon all together. Lots of conflicts, lots of great political drama, lots of small spaces with lots of nations and different cultures clashing. It is beautiful. Our story tonight takes place in the country of Ilderon. Ilderon is a religious nation in the cultural capital of the world. It is like the Paris, France of Ilderon. It's right in the center of the inner sea, and everybody looks up to it. That said, our group was sent by the arcane university known as the Maphis University to find an assassin by the name of Nyla Loonfall. She has information on a general by the name of Daxtrin Thelmis, who is currently destroying the Ilderon countryside. This assassin is a legendary contact and is pretty good at not being found when she doesn't want to be found. The party has teamed up with a investigator from the university and a governor of this region. The governor's title is Supreme Light Pramada, to find this assassin. The party has a an artifact called an Earthfire weapon, a mirror in particular named Shattertooth, that can scry and find people, no matter what wards against divination they have on them. But using the mirror has a heavy cost to someone's sanity, has a heavy cost to their physical well-being, and their, I guess their emotional well-being too, as it pretty much did hurt Roman and Admir's friendship last session. But...
Are you kidding me? I feel like we're stronger, and it wasn't the mirror that caused that.
Yeah, it was a stupid patron.
Yeah.
And you know how many people I've laid hands on? You know how many of those people are my friends?
More than the people that
aren't. What happened?
Oh, that's right. You didn't consider Hauzik your friend, did you?
No.
What happened last
a
session? The party arrived in Dockensdale, which is serving as the front for this war. They gave over a prisoner to Supreme Light Pramada that she ordered to be executed, and the party handled the execution, using her sacrifice to fuel the mirror. And then with the mirror powered, they found a private area in Pramada Watch, the capital of this, or rather the head of the government in this city. And they scryed on Nyla Loonfall. They were able to determine that Nyla is somewhere in along this river. It is called the Alianga River. She is somewhere in there, hiding in a shack used by a ancient evil magic user. From there, I'm wondering if I should tell all of the minor things that happen. All of the minor things don't matter, because, yeah, they were just, like, great session. Really great roleplay last session, and I highly suggest anybody who wants to see it, go watch the last session. Ellen Aver had some good moments. Effie, Zodra, and Lyra had some amazing moments. And Cordis had some amazing moments. Thesey, the killed assassin, had some amazing moments. Admir, Terran, Roman, Urkus, all great session. That said,
I actually rewatched last session before today.
Yeah,
I didn't. I just remember that I blew a lot of spell slots last session.
I did just remind myself of something important that did happen. Lyra and Effie sat down before the party used the mirror to talk to Zodra and update him on everything that happened in the last 15 years. That summary is in our Discord on the World Info tab. If you scroll up past the language shenanigans and all of those summaries, I will pin that for anybody who wants to go and read it. But basically, she left out the things she didn't know that happened, and gave that summary. And Lyra had a huge hand, all intentionally or unintentionally, in the events that are currently plaguing Alil Nagai and Ilderon right now. We are picking up on the evening of the 12th of Hunter. Oh yeah, it is late in the evening on the 12th of Hunter, and we are going to be starting on the 13th of Hunter. So, the party has had Admir's, our Terran's alignment cleanse. Admir's insanities, our madness effects cleanse. Admir's alignment still sticks as I think he's lawful evil, and
yes,
Heron is lawful good. Everybody was piled on top of him. You untied him, you scried on the mirror. You saw Nyla Loonfall hiding out in the shack with Sarissa. I forgot her last name.
I'll be right back, sorry.
Okay. With Sarissa inside of the shack. You guys were able to see enough identifying marks about it that if you were to talk to a historian, you could place it. It is the evening of the 12th. Do you want to do anything else before we skip to the next day? Everybody is together, BT dubs.
Take that as a note.
Sometimes the worst answer is no answer at all. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, the best answer.
I got magic missiled. We kind of need some sleep.
It was one magic missile. Well,
if I remember correctly, I literally
too.
If I remember correctly, I'm like really low on spell slots. I'd love some sleep because I'm tired because of it.
Okay, yeah, you used all your second and third level slots.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Let me check one more page in this book.
Look at you, like I told you. I got the magic fingers.
I never did give Sarissa a last name, did I?
Nah, it's probably Loonfall now.
Nope. I know exactly who she's going to be connected to. Just because it will make a tiny bit of sense. Yeah, you guys will learn her name whenever you learn her last name. Alright, so we're skipping past the 13th of, yeah, we're just gonna skip the 13th. You guys sit there and
Fuck the 13th.
feel bad about everything that happened with Admir. Okay, yeah, so it is the morning, and I don't know why I roll event dice for you guys because I'm never happy with them. It is the morning of the 13th of Hunter. The party is in Pramada Watch, waking up well after sunrise. Well, probably just a few hours after sunrise. What would you like to do?
Is it the morning now?
Yes, it is.
So we got to sleep?
Yes, the party's able to complete a long rest.
Yeah, I can heal the hit points Rob punched out of me.
Yay, I can get the spell slots that friggin' Admir took out of me.
I get to gain all of my health. All of my now extremely large health.
Welcome to the HP club, man.
Quit dying
Good
on
to
me,
be here.
Anthony.
No.
Alright, at the top of the morning, as you are waking up, and people start stirring and stepping out of their rooms, the door is going to open, and Elenaver is going to step in. I just have to remember where I put her sheet.
Nice, Admir, an 8.
Well, let's see how nice that is.
What does that mean?
Right?
What does it ever mean when I do an odds or even roll?
Oh, so which one are you?
Elenaver steps in. She has 6 vellum parchment rolls in her hand. Small contracts. And well, she's actually going to be kind of like holding these with her arm wrapped around them, just in between her elbow and chest. And she's as people are moving around, she's going to say, "Good, Iliaria. I've got all of your blue contracts completed and filled out in triplicate. These copies are for you." And she's going to distribute them to the party. Everybody can add a blue contract with their name on it to their inventory. Signed by Supreme Light Pramada, giving you, or stamped by Supreme Light Pramada, giving you the permission to kill and either, or to execute the Supreme Light's authority in either, the Shattered Lands or Dawn Touch, which are the two borderland regions of Ilil Nagai.
Woo! I got a contract! Oh my god.
Taryn, because she has changed by this point, walks up to Elenaver after taking the contract.
Oh, you know what? I've got to roll you a die real quick on that.
Oh, I rolled odds or evens for who it was today.
Oh, no, it's something for me. She was only allowed to give out 6 contracts. Admir's contract has Taryn's name on it.
By the way, I have 2 blue contracts. I would just like pointing that out.
It has Taryn's name on it.
It does.
Wow.
She could not give out 7.
I just like it because of the 2, that's who she picked. Like,
Well, Admir told her he didn't want one.
That's fair, I guess.
Yes. She's gonna walk up with a smile on her face, telling Aver. Hi, how'd you sleep?
Ellen Aver's going to just, inspect Terran once over and then say barely at all. Nonetheless, the work's been done.
I'm sorry about yesterday. Things got a little crazy.
And she's gonna nod and say that mirror is difficult to deal with, but I believe it shouldn't be needed anymore now that Dila Winrona's back in the world. Things should be calming down, just one fire at a time. I assume that one has been extinguished?
Sorry, what was that?
She asked if you destroyed the mirror.
Here's a weird question, Brandon. Does Taryn still feel her connection to it?
To the mirror on her person, she's gonna convey the benefits of the mirror, but it sounds like echoes in her mind rather than like the clarity that Admir has with it.
Okay. She's gonna kind of hang her head in shame a little bit. I still have it.
Ellen Aver is gonna roll a morality die. 16. Cool. She's going to look Terran up and down. Like the obviously the shame Terran feels, and she's just going to kind of like place a hand on Terran's shoulder, and she's gonna get a save against the disguise self, and she's going to say, Terran, you're a smart individual. Just know how that thing makes you feel and make the smart decision about it. I won't press you any further because I won't be traveling with you once you leave this country.
Why? I thought we were starting to become friends.
She nods and says, I have duties in Sky's Reach. Schedules already made for my time. People that have paid for my services in advance.
That sucks. Will we see you again?
Ellen Aver is going to smile with this smile that just doesn't feel reassuring. It's almost like, she's trying to give the best...
She's forcing a smile.
Yeah, the worst possible news in the best way and say, of course.
Taryn smiles slightly sadly and looks at her and goes, I may not be the most observant or smartest person out there, but I do know when someone's lying, even if it is to make me feel better. I do hope we do get to see you again. I really do like you, Ellen Aver. You're a very nice person.
And she's going to step forward and hug Terran and say, as are you.
Terran will hug her back.
Yeah, that said, don't get yourself killed. Don't get yourself killed past Dockensdale's defenses.
I trust my friends.
Speaking of your friends, what's everybody else doing while this is going on?
Creepily watching this conversation.
Gearing up. I gotta put on all my gear.
Rob is getting a jealousy boner right now, or Roman is.
You gotta hug, you son of a bitch! Oh.
Suddenly,
I know how much damage it takes to make you go away!
Come here, bitch! Bah! Where's...
Give me the main cranky old man back!
Yeah. Where's Admir? He doesn't want this!
How about, Drelos and, Urkus? Oh my gosh, is Ramon here?
I've been here.
Okay, cool. I didn't hear you speaking earlier. I felt bad because I was just like,
quiet.
did I start without Ramon tonight? Yeah, what
He's the hard souls team, so...
I think Ramon just kind of like tuned out when we started having the pre-session conversation again.
Elenator is a half-elf.
Okay, I was like wondering, it's like...
Are you looking to step in?
No, I'm like, maybe Roman has a chance.
Her standards are only half that of an elf.
I feel hurt. I'm taking a lot of psychic damage.
If you have a kid, does that become a quarter elf? How does that work?
When
That would be an interesting...
When Hapelri died in front of you, she was she gave Roman vulnerability to psychic damage. So.
That's right.
I'm kidding.
I'm cursed to take feels damage. As for that, we will deal with that bridge when we have to cross it.
He's not really. Urkus is not really doing much. I guess packing away his contract.
Okay, how about Cordis and Drelos?
Drelos would probably be looking for some gambling. He's got an addiction.
Okay, so this isn't the exact image of a Lilnagai. This is more like a multi-tiered tower. But if you were to look at this like image right here in the background, where you guys are kind of located is like right there. So there's like not really any of those opportunities right now. You are in the top of the center of the city in Pramada Watch. Just kind of, you know, getting your day started.
Oh god, and Admir tried to jump out of that.
yeah. Admir tried to jump hundreds of feet to his death.
You're welcome.
Featherfall!
Into the ocean.
If you want, Drills, you can gamble with my imp.
He cheats.
I'm okay on that. I already know he cheats.
Oh no, Drelos cheats. I was warning the imp.
I don't cheat that much.
Yeah, actually, Drelos hasn't cheated. He's caught other cheaters, I think.
I think I've cheated with the imp. Because I used it to tell me what they had in their hands.
Alright, and so what's Cordis doing?
Cordis won't take very long to get ready, and then we'll look at the contract, kind of smirk and chuckle to himself, and put it in his bag, and then look around and be like, so when do we leave?
We gotta talk to Effie.
Oh, by the way, for Cordis, just because you're like the only person it matters with, you have your rags of clothes that you know you were resurrected in. You have the Nazaram officer's uniform. That is a costume that was given to you. You can.
Yeah, but that fits like a. Like
yeah.
It's two sizes.
Yeah, that fits like a bicep. You're bursting out of it. But up here there are.
Do we need to have a shopping montage for new clothes for
Yay!
Well,
Shopping!
That's what I was gonna say. There are Sunyeth robes up here and just regular, very nice Ilderon they'll almost be like Greek style robes. Up here you can add a set of fine clothes to his inventory if you want.
Quote unquote clothes.
Just Cordis has all of the outfit options now, and by outfit options 3.
I just love...
I know a good pants guy.
Yeah, they'd be loose enough in a way that you could tie them that, you know, they'd actually fit him.
I just love the visual image of Cordis running into battle in a fucking toga.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to get him like a Celtic, like a kilt.
Yeah, so Cordis has the option of looking fancy looking dapper or looking like a hobo?
Hey, Brandon, could I look for some good poisons or things I can coat my dagger with?
In Primato Watch?
No.
You can. It would be an investigation check. They interrogate criminals and confiscate their stuff here, but getting it out of here is going to be the hard thing.
I'm gonna wait till we are out, or we can go out into the city.
Or we could just ask Lyra if she has any in the evidence locker she wants to get rid of.
Yes.
Do you have any illegal stuff you want to give us? No!
Well, it will only help Lyra. It'll help her.
No, to protect your girlfriend.
So do I need to send a message, or...?
No, I think we can find Effie. She's got to be somewhere in this building.
You can always check Lyra's room.
Toga Barbarian activated.
I want to do it so bad.
Oh, I said that out loud.
We could all Toga.
We were openly wondering that Rowan's line would be, she'd probably be in Lyra's room. And
I'll
smirk.
find out. I'm gonna message Effie. Like, hey, where you at? We need to talk to you.
Okay, give me 1 second. I've got to do one thing. And I got to check one more other thing.
Slowly mentally scarring people.
Yeah.
I hope she's asleep. I really hope she's asleep, and then suddenly it's just like, hey, where are you?
God damn these voices in my head.
They called it.
Alright, so when Roman says, oh wow, the character sheet does look fancy and new.
When did Roman say that?
Yeah.
No, I said that.
I did.
When Roman says, you know, she's probably in bed with Lyra, you're going to hear.
Whoa, that wasn't as. She's in Lyra's room. I want it noted. My exact phrasing.
Okay, she's in.
Taught us.
There's still subtext.
Yeah. When you
noted.
Gross.
When you say that, you are going to hear Elenaver, like, as she's still, like, passing out these blue contracts to each person, you're just going to hear her just go, just like this tiny, just little sigh of just, and then, Zodra sends the message to, Effie. And Effie is going to respond and say, we're on our way to see you. Just finishing up some things.
Look at everybody else.
Gigging.
She's on her way here.
Cool.
Finishing up things. She sounded like she was yawning. Probably had a long night.
Okay, we will not speak anymore. We will give her her privacy.
I don't want to die today.
That too.
Don't fear death. Fear an unhonorable death.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to avoid.
Being stabbed by the person who just gave me a contract to kill people is not too honorable.
So has the party just agreed to wait for Lyra?
And Effie, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because it's
Let's get some breakfast, guys. I'm hungry. Well, not really, but I could eat.
Yeah, you can have food delivered up to this room. Just because once again you are in like the nicest place, one of the nicest places in this tower. But it's only about 10 minutes before Lyra and Effie get to your room, and. So, okay, I just have to think of the scene. I'm pausing a lot tonight. I'm sorry about that. Alright, so you're going to ask for food to come up here, and Lyra and Effie are going to be entering at the same time as this food. Things everybody's going to notice. Effie has her cloak up as she steps into your room, and let's get some more NPCs going here. Effie has her cloak up as she steps into your room, and Lyra is stepping behind her, talking to the people delivering your food momentarily. As Effie steps into the room, she looks at everybody and says, oof.
Good morning, Effie.
Yeah.
She says, oof. Yeah, no, I feel the same way about it, so you don't have to say it out loud.
She's, she drowsily, responds and says, Lyra's gonna be, pushing on a, camp, to the, or a camp that's, getting too close, to the, northwest of the city. She thinks they're getting too far away from Kalen, and as long as we can keep them fighting, that's when we'll get our opportunity to leave. We're thinking about leaving tonight.
Effie's gonna hear in her head because Lyra's still within earshot.
Mm-hmm.
We found where Nyla is. If you can understand, if you can hear this, just nod to me.
Effie is going to look in your direction, and she's going to nod and say, and she can't respond to it, and
no.
And she's going to say, this is something we can share. We're all on the same side.
She's gonna hear in her head again. Yeah, but I don't want Lyra to know how we found out.
And Effie's going to grimace and say, that mirror.
Terran's just gonna nod.
And Effie's going to pinch her eyebrows and say, and so that's what the thief was about at the docks.
Terran's just gonna nod again.
And she's gonna say, look, I have to end other people's lives so mine can continue. There's limits that I go to that make me uncomfortable. But the thing that makes us different from the Archblade is that we have those. That we choose to obey those limits. If you have none. And she's gonna shake her head and say, I don't subscribe to the religion of my people at all, but a blinding light's just as bad as consuming darkness.
That's a good quote, just saying.
So just kind of raise his hand slowly, what is she talking about? Her people and stuff like that, exactly?
Elenaver. Well, no, Elenaver is gonna say no. Terai, the Eternal Eye.
Oh.
Okay.
And Effie's going to look towards her and say, yes, I believe in the given wills. That's what I was raised on. Whew. All right.
Breakfast.
We had to tell her at some point, so...
Yeah, I've got to check one more thing.
Might as well tear the Band-Aid off fast and hard.
That is absolutely fantastic. Alright, so, yeah. So from there, Lyra's going to step into the room as, this kind of, almost, standoffish-y, thick, uncomfortable atmosphere is, building. Effie and Elenaver are just kind of, staring at each other for a second. Before Lyra looks at everybody and says, "What's going on in here? Good morning, everybody. We're on the precipice of greatness today."
I just get a real
good morning to you too.
I get a that's just it feels like when Brandon ever steps into our conversations. Guys, 60% more smiles, says Bringer of Sadness.
That is the motto.
Shippy today.
Dem calls me DM /
Look, I just had sex, and I feel so good.
Looking at everybody in this room who has their, like contracts and stuff, and is either like tucking them away or still holding them, Lyra's going to say, "Oh, good, that business is completed. By the way, Elenaver, you're stripped of all titles and all ranks. You're being removed from your position. Please leave Pramato Watch." Elenaver is going to look shocked and still contain herself with grace and just say, "Your Grace, I'm sorry?" Lyra's going to continue and say, "Nothing happens in this tower without my knowledge. I gave you permission yesterday to act with my authority to fill those contracts, but you removed a light from an interrogation. He expended most of his most of his divine energy helping you, and another light had to be moved to take over his shifts for that day, and another one moved, and another one moved. All in all, my Archblight spy didn't get interrogated yesterday because there was because all of our lights are being strained to their limits." And Elenaver is going to look a little pale, and then Lyra's going to say, "You went behind my back and used my authority to do something I didn't grant you permission to."
Wait, Lyra, please. Your ladyship. Elenaver did that to help me. I got myself into a lot of trouble yesterday, and there was no other option besides that. She didn't do it as any malice or anything like that. She did it to protect us. Please understand, it wasn't that she wanted to. She did it to protect everyone.
Elenaver's going to be like standing behind you, just kind of a little bit petrified at this, and Lyra's going to pause for a moment and look over at her and say, "Still, well, with the rank you hold, you should be expected to be, or you should be able to be completely trusted. Perhaps not a entire stripping of rank. You'll be moved down to the rank of Lifite and suspended as all your previous contracts are investigated." Elenaver is going to still look like taking this moment extremely heavy, as she just her hand kind of trembles a little bit as she's just gathering her things that she set down on the table as she's distributing these contracts, and she's going to pick them up, bow, and say, "Yes, Your Grace," and start walking out of the room.
I'm sorry this happened, Your Ladyship. It was my fault.
Lyra is going...
Our fault.
Lyra is going to shake her head and say, "No, Risen represent the best of our country, and they should show respect for it. If they can't, they don't deserve the position entrusted to them. They're civil servants that anybody should be able to depend on. It's honestly disgraceful to a Lil Nagai."
If I may conjecture, she was looking out and
you get that statement off before Elenaver turns around at the door and she says, "Disgraceful to a Lil Nagai? Disgraceful to a Lil Nagai as you parade around with your Terai whore?"
Damn!
And that's her life.
Yeah, Lyra turns to her and takes a step forward, and Effie turns and says, "Lyra, count." Lyra stops, and she goes to the other side of the room, and Roman's just going to hear her just kind of stepping back and forth and saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's just kind of starts pacing. Looking at Elenaver in the doorway, Effie's going to say, "Do you have a problem with me?" Elenaver looks terrified, and she's gonna shake her head. And Effie's gonna say, "Because this is my country too. Whether you hate me or not, I'm fighting for it. Now leave." Elenaver bows, and she's gonna roll one more check, and she ain't feeling bold no more, and she's just gonna step out of the room quickly. Lyra gets to about 23 before she looks back up.
Cortus will have stepped out.
I would have too.
After Elenaver?
Yep.
Alright, she is walking down the hallway. She is crying, and she is trying to keep herself, like, incredibly composed, but you can tell, like, there's just none of that going on. Like, as Cortus is walking behind her, she's gonna say, your contracts will stand. You don't have to worry. When I'm investigated, they'll see I haven't did anything wrong.
Cortus will place a hand on her shoulder as she's speaking and just go, "Shh. Do not speak.
I'm gonna make a bold
You
move.
need to explain nothing to us."
I'm gonna make a bold move and rip my contract up in front of her. Look, I trust you. You did the work. You know. On the other hand, I reject the authority that gave me this.
And she's gonna like look you in the eye and say, I shouldn't have. I lost my tongue. I'm so sorry."
You don't gotta apologize to me.
Without saying anything, as Roman's tearing up his, Cortus will back his play and pull out his and just tear it up at the same time.
Both of you, roll me a persuasion check. I'll allow one of you to roll it and the other to give help be a help action.
What are we rolling again?
A persuasion check. One of you.
I have a +1.
Sorry, me?
What do you have?
Roman or Cortus. Yeah. One of you guys can roll.
I'm backing your play, so I'm supporting what you do.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out if we could game this, but 19, baby, go team!
All right, 19. Elenaver is going to wipe the tears from her eyes and say, I just don't know how. I'm sorry. It's that Terai that she's with. She doesn't understand. She's supposed to be the supreme light, the arbiter of our ways, of our judgment, of the goddess's will, and she walks around with that, and
Effie's a person.
And she's gonna nod and say, I can't see the Terai like that. All of the people that... It's an insult to all of the Serai and every Dorai that fought against those monstrosities. The ones that are currently destroying our country right now.
It's not an easy disconnect. We've covered my illegal religious leanings, but it it affects me because what they do denies me access to the bridge, and it's it's the one thing I got going for me for the most part. But my dad, wouldn't, if he were still here, would be disappointed in me if I didn't at least give even a Terai the chance. We look at Lyra's relationship as her one stain. Honestly, it might be her only positive quality.
She's like, you know, she was crying, and then she's gonna start laughing, like just and she's like, oh god, I'm laughing at a supreme light. I really have lost myself today.
It happens to all of us.
And she is going to bow and say, well, if I am reinstated, I really do hope we see each other again. I'm sorry if I've cost you guys anything today.
Are you okay?
She has stopped trembling, and she's gonna inhale and just, like, let out a sigh of just, yes, I am. Thank you.
Then I'm okay.
Cordis will reach into one of his bags and he will pull out this small coin. And he holds it out there. Says, if you ever need anything, show this, bring this to me, and without any questions, I will help you.
Elenaver is going to take it, looking it over. Is it one of those kayak coins we discussed?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. She's gonna, like, just kind of, like, look at its oddity. Roman is definitely gonna notice this. No, this isn't a Lil Nagian Sea coin. This is something else in nature.
There's one thing I know, it's money.
Yeah.
Drugs, apparently, but...
yeah, she's gonna pocket it and say, thank you.
I don't have any cool souvenirs, so...
Sup this dick?
And I'll roll her one final morality die. She's going to take and just, like, at this moment of, like, this standoff, and say, well, until I am reinstated, there's no further need for formality. And she's going to give Cordis a hug, and then she's going to give Roman a hug too.
Yay, hugs.
Does that heal your emotional wound?
Yes, I've returned back to full emotional health.
What's that pressing against my leg?
Mother?
It's the knuckles.
And
sorry, I didn't mean to kill that touching moment with that joke.
No, it's fine. So Elenaver's going to start walking off again, probably towards, like, the Risen quarters to gather any stuff or stipend she can. She's got nothing in Dockensdale. Does Cordis and Roman want to do anything else with her? Otherwise, we're going to jump back to the rest of the party.
I can't think of anything.
Alrighty. So meanwhile, in the room, Lyra got to 23 before she looked up and Effie banished Elenaver from the room. Then began counting again. She gets to about 35 before Lyra finally says, I'm going to exile her, and when this war is over, I'm going to go and I'm going to hunt and cut her head off myself. And Effie is going to say, Lyra, it's okay, I can fight my own battles. And she's going to say, they don't understand what you gave to this country. Effie is going to say, Lyra, calm down.
I'll speak up, be like, Lyra, if I can just call you on a first name basis, I think it's a little much to even exile. words said of a heated moment mean nothing, really, if you think about it. Yeah, it was something that's fucked up and shouldn't be said, and she should probably apologize for it. But I don't think exiling and then hunting to kill somebody over a stupid comment is a appropriate response to something. I think what your current punishment is enough already. As soon as she comes to her senses, she's a smart person. As soon as she comes back to senses, I think she'll realize she made a mistake and apologize.
Effie is going to look at Lyra and say, just keep counting, go cool down. Lyra looks to the party, just like to Zodra, nods, and steps out of the room. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, walking past Roman and Cordis as they step into the door, going in the opposite direction. 41, 42, and just, you know, until you guys can no longer hear her, still counting. Am I
the only one here who was afraid we were just about to die?
No,
I don't
I
think
can take Lyra.
I don't think we were in danger. I think it was more she was in danger. Not Lyra.
What do you mean was?
Yeah, you have a point.
Effie's going to speak up and say, this is why I don't travel with her anymore. It's like this everywhere in this country for me. She can't handle it.
And it's just sad, because if people got to know you, they'd know you're a good person, Effie.
I know. You're...
I love Taryn.
Effie
That
laughs
has
at
some
that.
quotation marks around.
I haven't traveled with her as long as the rest of y'all. I'm going off of
See, that's the thing is, I agree with that. It's just,
You're a nice person.
it's just
She's nice, but she can be easily misunderstood.
She's nice, but she has to kill people to live.
So, what the party does know, other than the university, just about every city that you guys have seen, like you guys have traveled with Effie, she has gone out and antagonized people over her Terrai nature. Like, she goes looking for fights. Like when Roman got poisoned, you know, was
I
Effie...
wasn't poisoned that time.
Oh yeah, like when Roman
they tried.
almost got poisoned, was Effie egging on people who wanted to attack her.
Well, to be fair, she probably could take most of them on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Probably she could kill them all.
just from the party's perspective, like, yes, people aren't nice to Effie, but rather than responding and changing anybody's mind, Effie's kind of a bully.
Well, to be fair, Edmure and Terran's most interaction with her would have been at the university.
Yeah, that's, you know, her home, so... You're not mean to your family members.
Sorry, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was just caught saying the exact same things, like my most interactions through the university.
Effie, are you still mad at me for the mirror?
Effie shakes her head and says, no, you can grow, you can change.
Everyone can. I believe that.
And she smiles and says, some of us are lost, some of us aren't.
But yeah, we did find where she was hiding. Oh yeah, I should probably roll to see if I get any of those charges I used back, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
I can roll it for you. 1d4 minus 1, 3.
Oh, I get all of them back.
Quick, I roll mostly d4s for damage. Do those for me.
Alright, your next d4 is gonna be a 3. No, I'm kidding.
Is it bad I rolled my physical D4 and got a 3?
What was the name of that city we agreed on, Brandon? It was the first one you listed last session.
I don't think you guys agreed on it.
No, we agreed. We had all agreed that we were going to
Okay, where do you think it was?
It was this one right here, I believe.
That city is.
Like,
that city is.
that.
Hold on, I'm gonna circle it for you, and I'll zoom in for everybody on stream. That city is called Old Reldian. That's where the gift is at, where you guys first met Lyra. This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's where we said, isn't that? Am I mistaken, Rob?
I don't fucking know.
It was.
Why does everybody
sounds
expect me to
good.
know everything?
It was either that one or that
You
one.
pay
can
the
took the
closest
observant
attention.
feat.
Yeah, we picked the one closest to that forest because they were in that, or we believe them to be in the.
Yeah. So if you guys look at, let's see.
And we were told Aurelian doesn't hate people here and wouldn't be too bad of a. And wouldn't be
Oh
too
yeah, because
upset.
I think the other good option was the one like at the top of that lake, and that's in Alyan. So
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure I can get into. I don't know about y'all.
No, we can't go there because the story might be up there.
as a man that's had to explore the emotional underpinnings of his own backstory, we need to save Urkus from this.
All right.
No, let's go to Alien.
So, if you scroll over, and I'll mark these in red. If you scroll over to the map on the right, those hexagons marked in red are the possible regions that you think she could be in currently. Traveling from Old Reldian to any of those hexes, it's pretty much a gamble. If you go at the top two hexes, yes, Old Reldian's quicker. If you go to the bottom two, it's quicker to go from Dockensdale. It's about equidistance. With that though, you can still travel to Old Reldian.
Well, I mean, we could try to scry on them again and see if we can get a better idea where they might be.
We could also tell, Effie about the markings in the house.
Oh, that's true. She is a historian.
Effie is there with you guys, like looking back and forth, and she's gonna.
Well,
say,
have I rejoined the party?
Yeah. You and Cordis walked into the door as Lyra was walking out, counting angrily. Still, it's that calm down count.
About it.
We could also go straight to the river and then scry and be closer to where the person might be. Like, that would cut down the chance of them moving around.
Out of character, the problem with that is that we don't have a city that we can teleport straight to the river on.
Touche.
So, when we scried, Effie, we saw a shack they were staying in covered in an old language that really none of us could understand too well. Urkus, you said you thought it was maybe some kind of Orcish?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
And we thought it to be maybe tied to one of the Shatterers out in that region.
All right. And Effie is going to say a forest shack.
Yeah.
Her character sheet's not up to date.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, she rolls with +6 to history for now until I get all her things back on there. All right, she rolls a history check.
Can I give her my? Can I do bend luck for her? Give her a +4.
Okay. Roll me a wild magic surge. Or I don't think Ben Luck does. It's Ties of Chaos that does.
Ties of Chaos does.
Yeah. All right.
Can I give her advantage because I'm from that region?
She has advantage. If you can
she
explain
already
how
does,
you
never
help her, I'll let you add +2 to her check.
I was just gonna say I'm from the Alienis region, so I would have probably heard stories growing up about the about who it's a shatterer, like a person that was a shatterer that was learned it there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Roll me a history check. If you beat a DC 15, you can add +2 to Effie's check.
Damn, that was on my 2.
All right.
Bad luck. Bad luck.
I added the Ben luck already.
I was going to add it to his.
She's going to roll a 20. She's going to roll a 28 on that history check.
Damn, that would have made it a 30.
And she's going to start thinking of like everything in that region. You're going to see her mumbling to herself and say the no. Oh. And she's going to say, you're talking about where Gendoi taught you're talking about where Delmiltus taught Gendoi about Rycraft.
Yeah.
Those are words. Those make sense.
I think maybe.
And she is gonna nod and say that site, it's profane, but the Brinderai keep a pretty large patrol around it, working with the Lil Nagians. It's abandoned.
Well, that's where she was. Sure, and her wife were staying, avoiding the. What are they called again, Arcus?
The Shadow Rite or something.
Shadow Knights.
Shadow Knight.
And Effie's going to nod and say, with good reason, only somebody insane would go in there.
We're desperate.
Yeah.
But they started fleeing the area when they caught on to them might be getting scryed on or being looked upon.
Effie's gonna say, gosh, at least half a dozen bound roam that forest regularly. Who knows what else is lurking there? We have to go find her before they're dead. And then we won't have any leads.
Well, they were leaving.
That was last night. I can scry on them again and see if we can get a better fix on where they might be.
Can you?
Can any of us do any rolls to help assist that?
Do what?
If we were to scry, can
oh no,
do some checks?
the mirror just scries. That's just what it does.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. If you want to scry,
I'm having like 2 conversations.
Yeah. If you want to scry, you can. I'll never stop you from that. Effie is going to say, you don't have to use that thing anymore. I know the type of burden it puts on you. We've got a good idea. We can go to the forest and search from that region. Looking at...
with us.
Say it again?
Where was... JD, well, go ahead. You saw something.
So I thought he was talking to you. I was like, so does that mean you're coming with us?
Effie is going to nod and say, yes, I'm a part of the, our Dila wants all of us to find Nyla.
Throw my hands up. Yes, Effie on the crew.
Do you know where the closest city or place we can get to that part of the forest is?
She's going to look at Urkus and say, aren't you, from Forestfall?
I am.
And she's, gonna say, your father could help us, hunt this creature. I think, the Risen Town, just to the north, or the Risen Academy just to the north has a, circle. I don't know it. She shakes her, head.
Would someone here know it?
You guys keep records on everything, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna say, yeah, it would be down in, the records of Pramada Watch. But, and, you know, Effie's gonna kind of, like, look side to side and say, Dila sends me on the, dangerous jobs. I focus most of my magical, areas of magical study and magic to defend myself. I'm not very knowledgeable in trans-dimensional magic.
Well,
So watch it.
couldn't someone here teleport us?
You gotta have a light that can do that here.
Well, that kind of ended up being a problem last time. They don't really have people to spare.
I'm saying there's probably like a light that's a specific job is what I'm saying. There's got to be that here. Fucking
yeah, a specific job of a person to teleport. And Effie is going to nod and say there is an Arcanist on call here, but she's more so for emergencies.
And this probably...
I think a mission from Dila is counted as an emergency. I'm gonna guess.
Not when their lives are on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately.
This isn't an emergency, but this is time is of the essence. We don't have time to waste in our travel.
We could lose her very easily that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Effie, this might be up to you then.
Effie is going to say, well, actually, let me look at something real quick. She's, gonna say, we have the, funding for it. I have a small insight into, that area of magic. If any of you could, purchase a scroll, I could teleport us there.
How much are they?
DM loading. Let's see. A scroll...
Money is not an issue.
Yes, a 7th level scroll is going to be a little pricey. So for a scroll of teleportation, it is a...
Would it be a teleportation circle, or...?
Well, a teleportation circle will get you guys to that city, but a scroll of teleport could get you directly to wherever you scry on.
Exactly.
Yeah, for a scroll of teleport, it's going to... Effie is going to say, I could bargain for one for maybe 14,000 gold. Perhaps a little cheaper.
14,000 or 1,400?
14,000.
5 digits. Oh, 5 digits. 5 digits.
Alright, I don't quite have that bank.
I don't think any of us
don't happen to have, I don't know, a black candle of evocation here, do you?
Effie is going to...
We're talking rare shit anyways.
Effie's going to laugh and say, candles made from demon's blood? No. I've hunted down so many cults and thrown those into the vaults of, the university. They rupture the planar fabric of the world. They're not safe.
I'm gonna give Effie just a dead-ass look.
Pick it up.
I'm just gonna look at Effie with a just deadest look. Like, how did I tell you how I got here?
Yeah, and you were desperate.
We're desperate.
We have morals that we abide by. That's what makes us not them.
Also, we have options.
Weaklings.
We don't destroy the world to save it, because then we're destroying the world.
For the greater good.
Effie, moral conundrums aside, how much would a scroll of teleportation circle be? If we can get to a city nearer there.
She shrugs and says maybe 3,000 gold.
Not quite that much either. I don't have quite that money.
Okay, Brandon, long shot. I'm throwing like a ball into the wind here. Would my family have had a bank with the Merchants of the Ruby?
With the Merchants of the Ruby, they didn't do as much.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, they didn't do as much
just ask if they're a noble family anyways. They have to have money somewhere.
They didn't do as much trading with they didn't do as much trading with Calpress as like you would expect the organization to do. But yeah, they did have a vault, but your family really wasn't, didn't like trust the merchants of the ruby, so they didn't keep anything valuable there. I rolled it up. You have 81 gold worth of objects in their vault.
Just gotta leave that there. Fuck.
Drelos, how much money do you have?
Like the in character, or out of character. I don't like saying my real amount in character.
Well, like
Taram is asking Drelos.
I have like 873. Plus a couple gems that are worth 120 each, so
didn't
a little over.
I can front half the bill.
Okay.
Exactly, with the gold I have in my vault.
I don't like spending all of my money. I'm a greedy rogue.
Yeah, so Terran will pipe up. I don't have 3,000. I got about 1,500 in my vault with the Ruby Alliance.
I could help out 500.
Sounds like we're welcome.
And the rest of the party just goes quiet. Wait, you have how much money?
How much? 1,500.
Oh no, I was just joking because I just keep appearing with money.
Yeah.
All right. So the plan as it stands right now, have the Arcanist teleport you to that city, and then we'll bias roll a teleportation circle. Have the Arcanist teleport you to that city, then go on an expedition through the forest.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to get a 15,000 gold.
I was about to say, we'd have to steal that scroll?
Rogue, get to work.
I mean, you could take it on interest. They're bankers.
The interest of me never paying for it.
Just send the bill to Dila.
Game on.
University.
I'll send the bill to my dad.
Bill it to my godfather.
Bill it to Carter, who's being bankrolled by the Sky Queen.
Yeah, really.
If anybody has a reputation, barter it based on your reputation.
I don't have a good reputation.
I think the only one here with any reputation is Effie.
Yeah,
I was gonna say she's infamous.
We can't.
Yeah. I didn't say it was a good reputation, I just said it was a reputation.
Fair.
I mean, we could sell information.
Okay, so wait, how much do we have so far to pay towards
for just a circle?
Yeah.
2,000.
Okay.
I stand by that 500.
Okay, so it looks like Roman and Ewa are the only ones left having money.
I mean, I have money.
We've already gone over.
Look, I'm bankrolling as much as I can here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, like, the most I can give is 500, that's how much Urkus has on him.
I mean, I'd have to hit my vault up, but I have 500. I can give 500.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
That'd be 2,500.
Thank God.
Here's the thing. I plan for everybody to have their rumors completed by the 4th session. It is the 5th session.
And we haven't even gotten ours.
The party elected to purchase a rumor, but hold it and not spend it yet. So you guys are holding on to one legendary or one rumor. If you guys like, I will allow you to cash that in right now in a story relevant way.
Money? More money? Lots of money?
Nyla sightings?
Nyla sightings? No, but
money. Money.
Yeah, depending on what you guys want to cash it in on, we'll, we can handle that this session. But I just want you guys to be aware that it is there.
I guess it would have to be...
Dragon left his lair?
I guess it would have to be a treasure trove, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
But if we're giving up something like that, I'd want the teleport, not the circle.
Well, it's assuming that we get that much gold.
If we get that much gold, I'd almost rather hoof it and hold on to that much gold. That's a greedy rogue right there.
Let's take a vote. Do we want to cash it in, guys? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I pay.
Nope.
Goddamn pay for broke stuff. Goddamn it. Better use it at some point.
Wait. Type 1 if you want to cash it into the
Discord and chat.
Well, not the chat, not Discord. Type it into the session chat because I have no idea who said aye and who didn't. So there's 6 of you. So I don't know who contributed. I should have probably wrote who contributed what to this rumor.
I contributed 7 points to this rumor.
All right, one more, or yeah, if you guys want to hold it, you can then. If majority of the party doesn't want to use it, you do need quorum.
You can't just roll for that, Brandon. If we're tied,
that's. I would say that would be unfair.
No, because I told you guys you would get a tangible reward from this. So if you guys are spending it on something you're going to use immediately, that promise of something like tangible for the party doesn't, doesn't pay off.
All right, sounds like we hold it.
Looks like we're holding.
All right, so you guys continue holding on to your treasure hoard rumor.
We're never cashing in that rumor.
Yeah, exactly.
If we never do, I swear to God, I'm taking this stuff back. I'm gonna throw a brick at somebody.
Alright, well then, I guess we'll have to go stop by somewhere, one of the vaults, and try to get a teleportation circle. Scroll.
I'm telling you, those fucking black candles are not as bad as people make them seem to be. I mean, you see a bunch of, it's like a flash of light, and then you're there.
You got thrown in the ocean by the thing that powers those.
No, that was a fiend, not a demon. There are difference.
It was a demon.
Oh, well, it was a shitty demon.
Demons.
You know what? That's a lesser demon. I don't count it as a demon. It's a bitch, is what it is.
I just love this conversation with Effie. It's just like, let's just...
Not that bad.
Yeah. Let's just rip the world apart to save it.
It's already happened once. We're missing a city.
We can bankroll the scroll. The only other, we can't bankroll the big one, but...
Which is why I didn't want to cash in that rumor for anything less than the big one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, see,
you have no guarantee.
If it wasn't, if I didn't make myself clear, yeah, you guys would have gotten... I would have allowed you to use the rumor to get to Nyla. It wasn't going to be for, 3,000 gold.
So basically, it is the big one.
Yeah, each rumor is worth about 20,000 gold.
That changes your vote, because that would give us a majority.
Wait, what did you vote, Rob?
No.
Okay, and Urkus voted no?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of making me iffy now.
I'd rather just have 20,000 than actually just spending 20,000. Spending it on this thing where we can just hoof it.
Look,
it's not that far.
But it's not the distance that's the problem. It's that they're on the move. Like,
and we don't know where they're going, so we can't get ahead of them. If we can scry and teleport immediately, we get there immediately.
We can get close and then scry, which is okay.
How would we know we're close, though? We go to where they were, but they could be like miles away at that point.
You know what? Changing my vote. Fine. Bam.
1.
And that's majority.
All right. Effie is
reasonable
like
guarantees that we can get the teleport scroll. So, boom.
Effie's going
And maybe
to
a mini dungeon crawl before that. Cool.
Effie's going to speak up and say, "Well, if we can't afford the scroll, I heard there's a very rich patron in town that bankrolls adventure expeditions. I'm sure if we could bring back an artifact from this place, he would pay for our travel expenses."
God, I feel like
Or we could just rob and kill him.
Why do we bring you?
Why would we kill a citizen?
You just got the blue contract. Are you trying to get taken away that fast?
I have an extra.
You know.
Effie, can you take us to this guy so we can talk to him?
Yeah.
Keep
Effie's
Drayloff away so he doesn't kill. Drayloff. Yeah,
I
Drayloff
promise
away
to
so
keep
he doesn't
my
kill.
hands in sight and not have a dagger in them.
Yeah, Effie is going to put her hood up and say, "Yeah, let's go. I'll take us." Let's go back to the map. She's going to lead you guys down Sword Way to someplace JJ is very familiar with.
It is this guy. I thought his shop got taken. I thought his shop got fucking shut down.
Yeah, for a week while the Risen investigated.
Oh, I thought it was like permanently shut down.
No, they had to make sure all his goods were verified.
Oh, God
all right.
Damn it, this guy.
Oh, wait. She takes you to Servant Way. She takes you to a shop along Servant Way. It is called Irlor's Ceremonial Weapons. Outside of the shop, there are two runic swords, just kind of like above the doorway, with glyphs that are shining on them, just like lighting up the sign and just casting like this dim colored light in the morning against the morning light over the entranceway. That said, Effie's going to lead you inside of here. There are about a dozen exhibits of just the most beautiful marble statues you have ever seen on pedestals. Each one is holding some relic from history and is carved in the way of some famous hero. There's even a statue of Dilo and Rona in here, holding a staff.
I wonder if these
Any
ones
badass daggers?
Badass daggers in here. Robbing an art gallery. You're the worst.
Not trying to rob them. I am planning to pay for it. Let's just be clear.
It's with his blood.
Yeah, the player base knows everything in this. The cheapest item in this store starts at the cheapest item. Yeah, everything is about 25,000 gold at the minimum. There's one item in here that's like 4,000. But anyways, there is a dagger. It is wielded by the random hero Kira Smith. Yeah, that's just that's a joke. But anyways, there are about a dozen statues in here, and there are 4 people, because he's up security now. There are 4 people just kind of like moving about through this room, and the party is going to see these are some pretty vicious spell swords. And Irlor himself is like kind of giving a tour through this gallery. It seems that there are 2 wealthy, or rather upper class Sunyith officials in here with him, as he is kind of like talking about a item. And as the party approaches him, he's going to say, and this is from the Calgaran catacombs that were just uncovered just a few months ago. Nobody else has Calgaran... And he's going to look back at the party and say, Ophelia! Effie's going to say, don't call me that. And he's going to hold up a hand and say, I'll be right with you. And he's going to say, if you want to make a bid on these, they'll be here throughout the month. Just talk to one of my servants. Thank you for your patronage, and may Lilia's blessings be with you. He bows and leaves the lights and comes over to the party. Arms open wide for Effie and hugs her. Effie seems to tolerate it.
I'm gonna look at it. Oh, he gets hugs, but I don't. See how it is.
And he's going to say, this one in Supreme Light Pramada, back in the day, they're where I got my fortune from. You wouldn't find better relic hunters.
I didn't know you just went hunting for relics, Effie.
She's gonna nod and say, a lot of things you don't know about me.
That's true.
I learned about you today.
Yeah.
I've only known you for like a month now.
It's not all good. It's not all bad.
She's gonna say, Irlor, we're going someplace historic. We thought you might be interested. The only problem is, we need the funding to get there. But whatever we find there, we could bring you back something of equal value. Irlor is gonna say, whoa, 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 you know I pay after the retrieval, not before. That's how you get screwed.
See, but this thing that we're going after, well, things that we're going after are very valuable. It's just we can't get there in time, is what it is. So we kind of need someone to help us out in getting there faster than what a normal horse or carriage or anything of that nature could get us.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Fuck, +9 to get a 15. Fuck me.
Hold on, before Brandon gives out the answer, I'll use another 2 sorcery points to do bend luck.
So 19 total.
Oh no, you gotta roll a d4.
Oh, okay.
That's beautiful. Yeah, at
My luck.
At the 16, he's gonna kind of like rub at his chin and say, alright, even if I'm considering it, which I'm not, you've made a very poor case for yourself. What type of retrieval are we talking here?
Can kind of push Effie forward. Like, you know more details about this than I do. I'm just kind of a higher.
Effie, still cloak up and everything, is gonna, just kind of like stumble forward, and she's gonna say, one god taught another god at that site how to use soul magic. I'm sure we can find an artifact or a relic of some sort and bring it back to you. And he is he's gonna exclaim and say, "You're going to Delmiltus's you're going to Delmiltus's shack, where the forest spirit spawned?" With excitement, Effie is going to nod and say yes. And he's gonna say, "Have you did any reconnaissance there?"
A little bit.
And he's gonna say, "And what did you see?"
I saw a shack with a bunch of orcish ruins and scratchings all over the walls. It was hard to see. It was still kind of dark. Couldn't get a good view inside, but from what I could see, it was definitely It was definitely of a magic I'm not familiar with.
He's gonna nod and say, I normally deal in weapons, but I suppose the university or either the scholars of the Mave would be interested in purchasing something like that. And if I was to help you, you could evade the Brinderai in the region. Effie is going to shake her hand and say no, but the person we're meeting up with could. And he's going to say, you don't get relics out of that area often.
Then they would be worth a lot of money, wouldn't they?
He nods and says, yes, precisely. I'm considering something. A multi-tiered agreement. I want the entirety of those etchings that you saw broken off the wall, preserved, and brought back to the shop. I'll pay for your travel costs, but I don't just want to recoup my investment. I actually want to make a profit off of this exchange. I saw I heard while traveling this past month the strangest thing. I met a paladin a couple months ago and thought it only to be a rumor, but she has a bound trapped in a sword. Effie is going to nod and say, I've seen her. She says, and he's going to say, you're smart. Take a weapon with you, and if you can figure out how to trap one of the bound and get them out of that forest, I'll pay for it. Effie is going to nod and say, great, we'll need a scroll of teleportation to get out of here. At least, VI's let Effie make this deal. She's going to say at least 20,000 gold. Irlor is going to say 15,000. Effie's going to hold up her hands and say, fine.
I want more from this.
Effie's got no charisma. At least I don't think she does.
Taryn will step in. Could we maybe talk for 17.5?
Roll me another persuasion check.
Alright, I will use my inspiration.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Hell
Jesus.
yes.
See, where's the roll? Where was my roll like that?
Why didn't Admeric do this from the beginning? Seriously.
17.5. So when Taryn steps in and says that, he's going to laugh, like looking at Taryn, pointing at her, and then pointing at Effie, and say, "You hired? Did you get a new apprentice?" See, this is what she always needed. She's good at points at Effie. She's good at the job, but she's bad at this part. And he's gonna say, "You know what? For your cute little friend, 18,000."
Yay! Thank you.
Yay! Thank you.
Effie is going to say, "And we need it today." He is going to go into his. He's going to talk to one of his servants, or actually the servant he left with the lights. Point towards the back room. They're going to go back there, and then he's going to walk back to the party. While they're waiting back and forth, Effie's going to say, "Lyra always did all the negotiating."
I may not be good for a lot of things, but I talk good.
Yeah. And he's going to look at Taryn and say, "No, you're Irlor says, "No, you're lovely." And he looks at Effie and says, "I hesitate to call what Supreme Light Pramada did as negotiating. More like strong-arming and bullying."
That sounds about right.
That's a form of negotiation, if you just let it happen.
It's also well within character traits.
And let's roll a check on that. Effie's actually gonna laugh at that one, as everybody just like kind of agrees. The servant's going to come out with a parchment contract. It is a transfer of funds from the Ruby of Alliance for 18,000 gold to fund an expedition. In exchange, you guys are promising to bring back. The wall of text that you saw, and attempt to capture a bound for him. Failure to fulfill the contract, voids it, and you owe him the money back. In addition to owing him the money back, if you don't pay, he can legally send a blue contractor after you, paid for by the state.
Is he gonna send one of us after us?
Hey, I mean, possibly.
That
Yeah, Draelos has already been like a really good boss for the party.
Just because Terran's looking it over. If we're unable to get a bound, we will attempt to, but if we're unable to capture one, or even... Can we capture one alive? They just kind of poof when you kill them, don't they?
He's gonna shrug and say, never seen one. Effie's gonna say they can't leave the forest. She's gonna say there's only been 3 cases.
Bag of holding? ...
You gonna put entire forest in your bag?
Why not?
I don't think it'll fit. Too heavy.
I have a bridge hound in my bag. Like, I'll just take him out for a moment.
Why do you have a bridge hound? You have a what in your... You what in your what?
It doesn't have to breathe. It's okay.
Draelos, can we not talk about crime right in front of people?
I mean, that's not a crime. That's just...
It's not a crime to have a hound in your bag.
As you guys say that, Earlord's gonna just kind of...
Hashtag.
Yeah, Earlord's just gonna kind of like snap to his senses of like, he's just engaged in this conversation. It's like, oh yeah, I'm an honest businessman. Come on. None of that here. Just kind of like looking around at the lights.
I feel like I want to incite that, but it's one of those like, whatever.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
DC 5.
So,
DC
don't forget that Cordis is dressed in Sunyith robes.
But you are traveling with Effie, so that's like, the counterbalance.
Yeah. If we're unable to get one to you, does that void the contract as well?
He is gonna look at Effie and say, this one's did quite a bit of work for me. If she says that you tried and she couldn't figure out how to do it, I'm confident with that attempt.
Okay.
Effie nods and says, we'll keep an eye out for anything else that might be valuable. We'll make it worth your time, or worth your money.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Sure.
Fine by me.
Quick question. If we are unable to retrieve the exact wall or all of the walls, would etching also work? Like a copy of them?
Yeah, depending on how bad the runes are on the wall or how bad the wall is itself.
Or the Shadow Knights getting to us?
Irlor is going to put a hand on his chest, like looking a little bit disgusted, and then his smile's gonna grow and he's gonna like point at Urkus and like, a replica here? You never see one. That's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Alright, we better hope the Shadow Knights don't find it.
I don't think it'll be too hard. Or Quarters could probably tear down that wall in the matter of a minute, 2. As long as we don't damage anything.
I feel it's just more of how rotted the wood is compared to how strong Porter's fist is.
I won't use my fist, don't worry.
Foot, sorry.
I think he means his axe.
Oh, okay.
He's going to... God, at this, he's going to start getting a little concerned. He's going to say, let me equip you properly for this task. He's going to bring the party in the back room. He's going to give you guys some a set of artisan's tools. That has, isn't there... Yep, woodcarver's tools. Would that have a saw in it? Well, you know what? We're just going to make some artisan's tools. He's going to give you guys some woodcarver's tools. He's going to give you some smith's tools and some mason's tools. Between these 3 sets, the party would have enough, like, saws, hammers, and chisels to, you know, like, precisely break the wall apart.
Thank you.
Okay.
And he'll give you 5 square feet of silk cloth to wrap it in.
What we want is carpenter's tools.
Hey, carpenter's tools, that is a thing. He gives you those too. I don't know why my eyes just like kept going over that.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare I? How dare I?
Alright,
Sorry,
who signs the contract? I need to know who to send the assassin after in the future.
Who to send the blue contractors after?
Yeah, exactly.
Roman Drake.
Motherfucking Drake. Well, it would be funny if you had Terrence sign it, because she doesn't technically exist.
An innocent.
Yeah,
They can
I mean,
always-
yeah.
True.
They can always try and kill Gordon.
Terrence should sign it. Just saying.
I think that was an official statement that Roman grabs it and signs it.
No, yeah, I mean, I was not kidding.
Okay, yeah. So
Alright, motherfucking Roman, go for it.
once it's signed, Earlore is going to say good luck, and kind of like grab Roman on the shoulder and say, counting on you, like all my money, counting on you. And it's gonna say, God, by the goddess, humor's lost on you. It's a joke! And he's gonna laugh and walk back to his patrons.
Thank you, sir. It was very nice meeting you.
Definitely going to have to.
Well, let's get going and go get our money, get this thing, get the show on the road.
Alright, yeah, this is Dockensdale. If you guys want Effie to spend that money for you, she can buy you a scroll at retail price for the 14,000 gold. Actually, I'm going to just roll how prejudice. Merchants are very not prejudiced.
Money is money for them. Why would
Yeah,
they care?
exactly. Yeah, so they're not going to have any additional markup for selling to Effie. She can buy you a scroll of teleport for 14,000 gold, and give the party a waiver to deposit the remaining 4,000 gold into somebody's account or split it. Do you guys want to split it?
Roman Drake.
Can we split?
No, Roman
split.
Drake.
I would just like to state that, legally speaking, I'm on the hook for this. So,
I was thinking I could probably increase gear.
we're going
but it's
full Morgan on this.
Money is involved. Roman turns to lawful evil. Alright. So, oh, go ahead.
Before we go.
Well, just gonna say, this is, this is the party's rumor. So if you guys want to split it, there's an argument to be made for that. If you guys,
wonder, how much do Gauntlets of Overpower normally cost?
I think like 2,000 gold.
Well, what do you know? We have a paper that says "Get wrecked."
Or 1,500, somewhere around there.
Damn.
Zodra.
Why do they gotta be so fucking expensive?
Zodra.
Yes.
If you front me the money, or if you pay me back, I can front you the money to get some more equipment.
More debt. This is what Dockensdale is, a bunch of money-lending merchants.
I mean,
Look, I'm willing to,
what Lyra has, like, to spare.
Well,
Have
it's
an
more
Admir
like...
do the persuasion check, seriously. We'll be okay.
Yeah, really. Well, it's more like if I get those, then I would be able to go get plate mail, and I don't have to wear this crummy chain shirt anymore. Nah.
I'm so sorry about your armor problems.
I know, right?
Roman
I'm
says
just
with
trying
no
to-
shirt on.
Well, unlike you, I don't have the tanned hide of being on a boat half the time. Okay, where I come from, there's no fucking sun.
Look, I'm not tough because I lived most of my life on a boat.
I'm tough because I took a feat the last level.
Basically. It's fine. I'll just save up.
Okay.
I just like that logic. It's just like, unarmored defense. Maybe you're born with it. Maybe it's a bunch of levels in monk.
Yeah, really.
But we should talk about maybe splitting the extra money, Roman. I know you're the one that will die if this goes south, but
Look, I mean, we could
Cordis
talk about
and-
either splitting it or using it to
So, this conversation is happening on.
I figure our walk-in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. On, I forgot the road that leads from the docks. I put up my dock and sales sheet. This is conversations happening on the way back to Pramada Watch from the docks. When you guys are like discussing the money back and forth, Effie is going to say, plan's not a terrible idea. Ideally, the best thing that happens is we learn Nyla's information. We're north of the forest, and then us ourselves, we head southwards, and we can coordinate with Lyra via sendings and launch a two-pronged attack on Daxtrin.
If Nyla's mode of religion would be nihilism.
No. She'll say with Nyla's help, that's the ideal situation. The least ideal situation is we need to come back to Dockensdale or someplace else, and we have to walk out of there. Investing in a second scroll wouldn't be an awful idea.
I don't think we have enough for a second one.
With only 4K left, that's enough for a circle, is it not?
It is enough for a circle.
So we could get both, and then if Nyla decides, I want to not go willingly, knock her ass out, and then we can just teleport back to Dayla.
I will get a box.
See, like, Cordis is already thinking transportation.
Bag of holding.
Well, she'll die in the bag of holding.
That was just a joke. I know. I'm sorry.
Either she'd suffocate or your dog would eat her.
Yeah, one of the two.
I've seen Nyla. I fear for the dog.
I'm not objective to that idea.
I'm not either. Having an escape plan's always nice.
Though I will say a scroll of teleportation circle does take a little longer to cast, so...
Well, I mean, that's why I said knock her the fuck out.
For being chased, it wouldn't be something we could do on the fly.
True. We'll just have to kill our chasers.
We just hold.
I am all for that.
Long enough for the spell to go.
That's it.
Alright.
Alright, so you invest in a scroll of teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think that's our agreement, right?
Yeah. Before Effie buys it, sorcerer, Admir's a sorcerer. Cool, that's great. It's on her spell list because she has a level in wizard. But I was just gonna, she was going to say something if she was the only one who can cast it. But since she's not, she's going to buy it, and yeah. She'll buy it for retail price for 3,000 gold. And does this person racist? This person's very racist. She has to spend the last 4,000.
Damn racism.
Damn it, I was going to try to mark it down at least.
I will allow Taryn to try and roll a charisma check against it, but we can fast forward through most of it.
Charisma or persuasion?
Persuasion. She's walking around through Dockensdale with her hood up. She is affected by her sunlight sensitivity, and she is also, very infamous in this town.
Okay. I will use my last 2 sorcery points to do bend luck. Make that a 15.
A 15? I will re-roll that for Taryn, who is such a lovely individual. Taryn is able to buy it for 3,500. And the guy tells you that's actually the going price. With the war and everything, they're more rare.
Not that it's
not that you're friends with Effie or anything.
Can I tell he's bullshitting?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Desperate times, so Taryn will just say thank you.
All right. If you both teleport and scroll of teleportation are on Effie and Taryn's list.
Eventually, I can't get it yet.
Yeah.
Well, it's in your spell list of
The fact it's something you can learn.
Yeah,
That's
you can
prerequisite
use the
for learning,
scroll.
being able to read it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's on my spell list as well because I'm a sorcerer.
Oh, you are a sorcerer. I would suggest letting Effie make the check on the scroll of teleportation, on the account that she's been to that shack before and she could teleport you directly to it without rolling horrible on the table. Additionally, she has a pretty high intelligence modifier, which means the check to she has a better chance of making the... Well, everybody's probably got a +5 in their casting modifier.
Yeah, I got a +5 in my charisma.
I do as well.
Yeah.
So the only thing you'd be rolling against is the familiarity of the thing. What's up, KG?
Why are we going to the shack first? We have to find Nyla before she's out of range. I thought we were scrying and going to her and then circling back to the shack.
That's what we were gonna do. I always said we weren't.
Brandon just said we were teleporting directly to the shack, and that's why Effie should use the scroll.
Well, you can scry on you can scry if you'd like. But you guys are when you guys get back to the Promata Watch, Effie is going to leave the party and say, I'm going to say goodbye to Lyra, and then I'll be ready to teleport with you.
Effie, quick question. I just thought.
No, I'm not.
Y'all have it? No, not that. I want to know about your sexual life. God.
She's gonna say, "Well, it's on everybody else's mind."
It's always on everybody else's mind. Y'all don't happen to have an inventory from lockup of criminals, anything like plate mail or anything like that, do y'all? Take a shot in the dark.
She's gonna turn and leave.
God damn it. You gotta get it somewhere. I got 25 gold to my name, damn it.
She just got you guys 20. She just got you guys 18,000 gold.
Hey, it was all spent. I have 0 of that.
Oh, Roman has 500 of it, so you can ask him for it.
Nah.
So
it could have been free. It was free.
Should I scry now, or should I scry?
We should probably wait till
Effie gets back.
Probably when Effie gets back. I don't know who's using the scroll.
Yeah. She's only gone for about 5 minutes at the top of the tower before she returns. Roman's going to notice when she gets back. She's twirling something in her fingers. It looks like a sending stone.
Cool.
Awesome sauce.
Putting that in the things I know that I don't tell people.
Well, the party, you know, all sees her like she has something in her hand, but nobody else pays attention to it.
Alright, if we're ready, I'll start trying to scry on them again.
I'm gonna scry on the spouse.
Yeah, definitely. I will say I haven't tried since they removed Curse on me yesterday, so I don't know if I can do it or if Admir has to do it, but I will give it a shot.
Admir has to do it. We'll have Monk here beat him out.
I can switch to him if need be without getting punched.
Oh, is that how that works?
Sometimes. Yesterday it didn't work that way because he was completely insane.
Okay. I've only seen him be punched into existence.
Alright, and I will, Terran will try to scry on Sarissa.
Alright, so Terran, God, this is a weird moment for Terran. She takes and holds the mirror and, you know, tries to evoke a essence of, or a casting of scrying out of it. And it just feels so impossibly distant and foggy and just faint. Like she can't communicate, like, on a spiritual level with this mirror anymore. But, looking into the surface of it, the mirror is affected constantly by true sight. She's gonna see Terran's face back in it. And otherwise the mirror does nothing.
Okay, that's weird on so many levels.
It's not doing anything.
Yeah. We'll discuss that later.
Oh god, Terran's the real one!
I'm sending out Admir. And with that, she'll tap the hat, changing back to the other form. Which I have to say other now, because Brandon's fucking with my head.
Well,
Sam
Admir...
Riley is the real Spider-Man!
Admir, like, looking at the mirror, is going to see Admir's face in it. And... What's...
That's even more disconcerting. Well... we'll discuss that later. Oh, by the way, if any of you let her use my money again, I will kill you all.
We didn't use it, she used it.
She didn't even use it.
Attempt to. Alright, let's try this again.
Plus, you know killing me is an idle threat.
It'll make me feel better.
Cordis been there, done that. Over it.
Alright. And Admir will try to scry on Sarissa.
Scrying on Sarissa. She rolls against the check. She's gonna roll an 18. The 25. She does not beat the scrying attempt. The sensor follows her. Got her. Same thing. The sensor just looks like it's the surface of the mirror. Instead of reflecting what everybody is seeing, or reflecting, you know, the room, the sensor kind of clouds up, and then it looks like it's moving through these clouds before finally they clear. You see Sarissa looking much more frazzled and much more panicked. Still sitting in the corner of this dark place. They are back inside of the shack. And Nyla has a lit candle in front of her and a deck of playing cards, and she is just, you hear her just softly singing, and it does not seem to be calming Sarissa down.
Well, it looks like we can kill two birds with one stone, everyone.
Well, they have the shack.
You can see in the mirror, you just can't hear what they're saying.
Oh, I can see. I didn't see the mirror. Okay. Well, No time like the present, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and pull
Let's
out
go.
my...
Game on.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw my sword and have my shield in hand, like, precautions.
Drawing both my daggers, and for the sake of it, let's put some poison on one.
Alright! Just going in battle ready.
Precautions!
Effie...
I'm always battle ready.
Effie is going to use the scroll and hold it as a readied action, and hold out her hand for everybody and say, "Are you ready?"
Form the circle, everybody.
With your powers combined, we are No, I'm kidding. All right.
Form of Nile.
Oh,
Telezord.
that is great. She rolled a 97 on the. She rolled a 97 on the teleportation percentile chart.
That's good, right?
Yeah, that's really good.
I was trying to remember if low was good for you or high was good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, right? Because, like, we rolled, like, a 12 once on, like, the weather check, and it was, like, get wrecked, heat wave.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's on target. The party feels this arcane energy kind of pour out from Effie, consume each one of them, and then just kind of condense, and just the party is gone. I don't have a page for Al Yan yet, but we'll have it next group. Or not for Al Yan, for this forest. Wait, I think I have Forest Fall.
Yeah, we've been there.
Yeah, I archived Forest Fall, so we'll do it later. Or actually, I think I deleted Forest Fall? Why would I do that? That's crazy. Okay, anyways, yeah, you guys teleport. Did I really? Okay, that's weird. You guys teleport, appearing inside of the shack, inside of the scene you just described.
Oh god, how tight of a cramp is this?
I don't like being this close to Nyla. She's stabby.
Yeah. So let's go with because lots of stuff is going to be happening.
Oh god, she knows us.
She knows you.
Yeah, she does. She knows me.
Yeah, and she knows Urkus too. All right.
Oh god,
Is Cortus even gonna?
I was wrong. I'm gonna die, not Elevator.
It's okay.
All right.
Protection from poison.
And 2 daggers. She's my type of girl.
Everybody currently has +5 to any saving throw.
All right. Everybody teleports in, battle ready around Nyla. As they do, like just this blip of energy, or this blip of like arcane magic, and then just poof, and then in this crackle, everybody's just kind of standing there, and has her surrounded in the corner. Nyla jumps to her feet, whipping out an oath blade from her side, putting her hand in front of Sarissa, who backs to the wall, backs to the wall in a panic, and she's gonna say, "You said they can't come in here!"
Reinforcements have arrived. Literally, he says that before anyone else can say anything. He says, "Your reinforcements have arrived."
We do not mean any harm.
Nyla is going to hold the dagger
While we're battle ready.
Roman, and say, "I saw you that night at the Sage's Tower." And she's gonna say, "You helped save the prince."
Yeah, well, no. Yeah, I guess.
She's gonna say, "I should gut you right now, you filthy traitor."
Well, look, I haven't been in Ardor since that night. So you...
And Effie is going to say, "Clearly, you're not surveying these odds." Nyla's going to say, "I've been in worse." Still holding the dagger like at each person. It is literally 6 on 2.
Yeah, but the thing is that this woman single-handedly took on Muscle Zombie. I do not think we're going to make it out of here intact.
You put little faith in Cordis.
Okay, look, I don't exactly know why you're calling me a traitor because of the magnate.
No,
but
she called him a traitor.
Oh. Well, fuck him.
Yeah.
I'm not even Ardorian. I don't hold allegiance to the magnate.
Listen. We're not here to fight you. We're here for questions.
We need your help.
And she's going to say, well, she's going to look you over and then just kind of calm down and say, let's go with this. Or actually, we'll go with this one. And she's like, as you say, we need your help. She's going to look you over, just kind of making sure, then pointing at Urkus and say, see with the Brindori?
No, he's with us.
She nods, putting away the dagger, and she's gonna say, when people need my help, it means someone needs to die. Who?
Draxton.
Daxtrin.
Daxtrin.
Draxton? Draxtrin?
Daxtrin.
Daxtrin.
I hope that was all in character, because that would be hilarious. This person. Draxton.
The douche with the giant axe.
That apparently
that guy,
from the sea.
Oh, that guy.
Nyla is going to laugh and say, no, that's the only person in this in this world I won't kill. I'm not going near him.
We don't want you to go near him. We're just asking questions so we can do the job.
Rumor has it you know how to get past his foresight.
And she's gonna nod and say, yeah, you get by if he lets you by.
Yeah. Can I insight that?
You can.
16.
I mean, looking at her, her demeanor is kind of changed. Of just yeah, she was ready to kill all of you guys, or go down fighting against all of you guys. But she's kind of shrunken a little bit at the mention of Daxtrin. There's probably a bit of earnestness to her words.
So, wait. You won't kill him, or you're incapable of it?
She's going to say, that axe he has, it's the strangest relic I've ever touched. I was sent by Nazaram to steal it. It sees the future, possibilities of the future. It communicates with people who hold it. Your past selves talking to your future selves yelling at you. It's a blinding, bright mess holding it. Somehow he's able to maintain that thing, but
it's exactly what Hellrate went through.
So you've held it though.
She nods and says, yes, I die holding that stupid axe. I'm never going near it again.
How did you hold it though, if it's in his possession? I'm guessing it's in his possession constantly.
She nods and says, I scaled the tower he lives in Betrayer's Isle. He knew I was coming and he left it out for me. He knew almost everything about me before I got there. And that
Betrayal's Isle, eh?
Yeah, and she says, and that we'd be friends. He'd let me grab it.
Well,
sounds like he's cocky.
Since you've held the axe.
She shakes her head and says, no, he's misguided. But I don't want anything more to do with him. He's why I left Nazaram. Why I gave up that whole damn fight against the Archblight and just wanted to come home.
If you've held the axe... Sorry, go ahead, Cordis.
I was just gonna say, so when we finally end him, you can sleep.
She nods and says he meditates with the axe every night before bed, spending an hour on it, trying to see and learn about as many events as he can in the coming day. There's a time to attack him. It's during that hour.
Do you know what hour that is?
But wouldn't you see us coming?
Not if he hasn't gotten to that chapter.
Yeah, and she's gonna say it's the only window in between what he knows and what he's learning.
So if we got a time, we just gotta find him.
And betrayers Lyle.
Or we have a time
And
or a place.
You asked her for a time? She said before he rests in the evening. He's mortal, unlike many of the people who serve him.
Okay.
Yeah, I found that out, and I don't like it.
Do you... Is there a certain time someone that dedicated to their habits must have, for lack of a less childish term, a bedtime?
Let me see. She's gonna say yes, approximately 12,000 heartbeats after sundown.
Now, why does that sound familiar? That type of counting.
Almost like in places where the
where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, or not where the sun doesn't shine, but where it's hard to keep time.
Well, Effie, is that enough information, or do you need more?
Effie is going to nod and say it's more than we've been able to glean. We'll work with it.
Great, so that brings us to the other matter.
You're gonna want to leave this place.
Yeah, because we're about to tear it down.
Nyla is going to laugh and say, you tear this place down and we die. Effie is going to like put her eyebrows together and say, what? Nyla is going to say, tried leaving earlier. They chased us back here. Take a look for yourself. Pointing towards one of the broken windows.
I will walk to the broken window.
Use
my 22 passive perception.
Outside the window, there are these 8, about from what Roman can see, these 8 large, ethereal, spirit-like creatures just waiting. They're waiting in a circle around this place. Almost a perfect circle from like how they're lined up. You can assume there might be more on the other side, but these are those unnatural spirit animals known as the Bound that you were discussing earlier. These things are almost unnerving. Like the spiritual essence like coming from them seems to be like following a flow. Like it's not wavy, it's not affected by anything in this world. It's just like it curves and everything follows that curve of like a stream not like a flame. And they're just sitting there. Nyla is going to say, I didn't know the Forest Witch was back alive this century. It seems they're congregating to these southern forests more in number. We tried to run, but there were too many of them. And she's going to say, but don't worry, you're safe in here. We just have to pray the Brenderai come and slay them and don't notice us, and then we leave.
Shit, guys.
By any chance, do you know how to seal one of them inside a weapon?
She's gonna well, she's gonna roll a history check. Has she ever heard of Makana? And she's gonna shake her head and say, no, the bound are trapped here. But if we get over, there's a river about a mile or 2 miles to the east. If we get over it, they can't follow us. And there was one more thing I wanted to say. I forgot. Come back to me later.
I have a question.
Yes.
This is the kind of creature that the Valpyr will impact.
Most likely. Most of the world doesn't have to worry about the bound, just because the Shadow Knights do such a great job hunting them.
Just in case, I do have Valpyr dagger.
That's what my big maul is made of.
Yeah, it would probably hurt them permanently. Just from like what Cortus can put together.
So what's the plan here, everyone? Do we want to lay low and wait for the cleanup crew, or do we want to test our luck?
Life rewards those who are adventurous.
We have a plan B.
We do have a plan B.
Yes, but like I said, that plan B takes a minute.
I mean, if we fight them and then decide come back in here or something like that, they're not going to come in here. I mean, if they were wanting to come in here, they would already slain these two. Obviously, Dalton's keeping them out.
Effie is inspecting the wall, and as she is, Nyla is going to point to the wall Effie is inspecting, and she's going to say, whatever that is keeping them back. And Effie's going to say, yeah, for Earlore, we're going to have to dismantle this whole thing. And
yes, we have to take the wall, so we have to take the spirits, or we have to take the Shadow Knights. You tell me which you'd rather fight, and I will kill.
I like you, Cortus.
I hate to say it, but I agree with Cortus. What do we rather kill, Shadow Knights or spirits?
Or just be stealthy as fuck.
Well, I mean, they're encircling. From what I'm guessing Rob told us, they're circling us. So
yeah, from what I can gather, we're surrounded.
So as soon as we start taking
8 in front, so there's. I don't think it's unreasonable to guess that there's 8 behind us.
If we decide to take this wall down, they're gonna have no reason to stop.
Well,
standing there.
We could do this tactfully. It might take a while, but if they won't come into the building, we could try range attacks at a distance and thinning their numbers that way.
Will such an act tear down the wards that protect it, or suspend the wards that protect it?
What is your thought on that particular issue, Effie?
Effie is going to look back at you and say, huh? Can you say that again?
Effie,
very much in depth, like studying these markings.
If someone were to attack from range, would it suspend the wards that protect this place from their intrusion.
Effie's going to she's going to consider it for a moment, and she's going to say the Bound are such strange creatures. They corrupt everything they touch, anything they interact with. Ranged attack launched from one person, it could have trace amounts of the essence of Uri on it, and perhaps give them a link to you. They've make deals with people, at least the Forest Witch does, and eternally bounds parts of them together. It's all very misunderstood magic. Once again, the Shadow Knights cleanse them consistently, and they're the only ones really certain on what they're capable of. I'd hypothesize that it would.
Would they attack one of their own?
She's going to consider it and say there have only ever been 3 bound to leave this forest. The Forest Witch, the Wolf Spirit, and the spirit trapped in Makana's sword. The nature of how they interact with each other is normally passive.
I need to meet this Makana person. They sound interesting.
I'm just saying, because we, kind of have somebody that happens to be a tad corrupted.
You don't gotta talk like I'm not I can't hear you.
I'm talking about Urkus.
Oh.
Whose dad is the spirit wolf.
I don't know that, sorry.
Didn't you also mention that your friend Hilpalry, I think you said her name was, talked to this witch?
She made a deal with the Forest Witch. That's how she gained her powers. Her powers that seem to mimic exactly what the Chronax gives Daxtrin.
Nyla is going to look over at you and say, your friend made a deal with her?
Yeah.
And she's gonna say
May she rest in peace.
And she's gonna say dark skin, dark hair, eyes that someone can get lost in.
I don't know if I'd use all of those words, but yeah.
Yes.
She's gonna roll her eyes and say, well, if we fight them, you guys might want to keep the squeamish ones in here.
Why don't we try to parlay with the with the Forest Witch?
I wouldn't mind going crazy. It'd be okay.
But the witch isn't out there, it's just the spirits, correct?
But if they're bound, they're all connected, so she should theoretically be able to hear us.
Nyla is going to shake her head and say, no, the witch is there. I saw her. I thought it was just a traveler that got possessed.
If you point which one they are to me, I might be able to send a message to her to let her know we wish to parlay.
Nyla says she'll come and check on us every couple hours. She has been. She wants another body.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's not... No.
Not inclined to give her one.
We should have brought a Bach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you... Well, we do have a bridge hound.
Yes, we do.
Also, I don't know if she'd... Well, I almost feel bad now. I think I took away her last option.
So, while you guys are here talking, is Roman still standing at the window?
Yeah.
So, stepping like out of the clearing that's like around this shack, there is a figure he definitely recognizes.
I don't like where this is going.
It's great. I get to kill her again.
The bulk of my backstory involves dead people, so anytime you hear the words Roman recognizes.
You're like the sixth sense.
Hapelry walks to the edge of like this line of bound waiting, and she keeps walking to like past the circle, but she doesn't move past it. Like she walks almost to it like a mime, as if she would keep walking, and stops there. And this purple essence, this like floating disembodied spirit, just keeps moving forward. It is moving towards the. It has this like spectral tether back to her, and it moves towards the door of the shack. If Roman is showing any signs of panic, Nyla is going to say, "Don't open it. She'll go away in a few minutes."
God, this hurts.
Mm-hmm. Whatever this thing is, it just kind of moves around the shack, looking in each window, kind of looking at each person. It just speaks in this echoing, whispery voice of just.
I still don't understand.
Does anyone recognize the language?
Anybody speak Primordial? I don't think anyone does.
Damn it! I just happen to know Infernal.
No.
Yeah.
I speak.
Oh,
Primordial.
Cordis
That
does.
is my baseline.
That's his thing.
Cordis is going to hear. Cordis is going to hear this thing, and actually, Admir is going to hear it too. It speaks in Primordial, but then its words kind of echo into like just words of its phrase. A single word echoes into like Sylvan, of like if it was to say, "Hello, I'm Millis," the word that would echo would be like Millis. But anyways, as it's moving around, it's going to say, Come, my friends need bodies. We will be hunted soon. We must roam. And after it gets to the final window, it says, I can offer power in exchange for you. It does this for probably about 5 minutes before it kind of like snaps back to Hapelry's body. Hapelry's body taking sentience again, looking around and then kind of walking the perimeter, walking out of sight again.
So did I hear everything, or just the last phrase?
Yeah, you heard the whispers of just like, come, bodies, bodies, bodies. Roam, 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 and I forgot what the last statement was.
Yeah, okay.
How about we end there for the night?
Yeah, sure.
That's 9:44,
30% more... 60% more smiles are up, 60%.
Hey, if you kill her, you actually get to put Hapelry to rest.
Again. How many times must I kill you?
Why won't you die?
So can a weapon be a body?
I'm going to, if you guys don't mind just talking for like, you can roleplay like what you just heard for like the next 5 minutes. I'm going to use the restroom and then I'll come back and do experience.
Cool.
Okay, Dad.
You're just gonna guess look at Roman and say, what? We burned the body.
You killed her.
That too.
Obviously not.
That was no
We
body.
burned the body. We burned the body in Galkin.
That was no body.
All of these lost souls need to be put to rest permanently, or they will continue to roam. They deserve.
But why does she take the shape?
Because Hilpari made a deal with her. And I guess the deal was she gets the body, dies.
Well, I kind of ruined that.
Looks like I didn't stop her.
I mean, if she wants, she can have the ashes.
Some magics are more powerful than fire.
I'm just saying.
Trust me, making deals with things really can, if you're making a deal with something powerful, they kind of they don't care. They'll get what they want. It's mostly, I don't know.
Look, that forest witch doesn't have anything I want.
There's nothing they can really give us.
I already have something fucked up in my head.
Yeah, I don't think you need any more.
Oh, come on, I could always use something else.
You're probably the last person that needs another voice in their head.
I mean, they said bodies. Maybe a weapon would count. I don't know how that works.
That's what I'm asking. Can I put her in a shield?
But then what's the actual deal?
Right? This is the thing. I don't know the cost.
See, my parlay was going to be, we tear down this building they seem to be so afraid of.
It says they're afraid of it.
They won't come near it. If they wanted us that badly, they would have just came in here with no repercussion.
Well,
no
it might
remorse.
not be
They need us.
fear it, but it's more whatever that is on the wall just prevents them from coming in.
We can actually finish out this roleplay because it's only 9:45, so that's good. Go ahead.
I don't see any reason that we should be making any deal with lost spirits.
Unless there is some extreme power gained, I don't see a major benefit.
There would be no extreme power gain.
Well,
It's always about the cost.
you said your friend could see in the future. That could be a beneficial.
Unfortunately, it was
She
not
can
like
see-
the Kronak.
She can see her future. I don't know if Daxtrin's thing extends further than that, but that was the thing. It was anything that she was directly involved with. That's why it just stopped after we dealt with Olivia.
I think
She
Daxtron's
figured it out.
does go farther than that because he knew Nyla. Did I say that right? Nyla?
Yes.
Over there was coming, like, entirely.
That was
Well, that
still
was-
related to him.
That's true.
And it's connected to the axe. Maybe he can experience things with the axe.
But he's also been outmaneuvering Lyra's armies, which isn't directly connected to him. If he's a general, he's not on the front lines. I've fought in enough wars.
Maybe he is.
You'd still be able to outmaneuver his other units. This is a huge battlefront that he's controlling.
Too many bodies to keep track of mid-battle.
If he's honestly consolidated everything to him being on the front line fighting these battles as the spear point, and Lyra has not been able to flank him, Lyra has not been able to flank him, she is not the right person to lead this war.
Effie's going to
Those are some fighting words right there.
Effie's going to add in Lyra and the Archblight aren't the only contenders in this skirmish. Callan Calgarin has risen. Don't know how, don't know where from.
We're fighting a Shatter now.
2.
Along with Olivia.
Yeah, there's
Callan,
two.
and she's going to say Callan's not a Shatterer, but he's the kin of one. Most of the Calgarins bear a trace of a Shatterer's soul. It corrupts them.
Somewhere, for some reason, a Carter's ear starts itching for whatever reason.
The thing Group C let free.
Yeah.
We are gonna have to clean that up! Damn it!
The point I was making is that I believe the Chronax does more than just show his immediate future. I don't believe Lyra is up against something as simple as one army pointed in whichever direction Daxton puts himself. That would be way too simplistic for someone like her.
Well, he's getting the. I would imagine he's getting the information, which would be right. You wouldn't have to be on the front lines, but if hypothetically you get all the reports in a day, you could see that future.
Nyla's going to say the Archblight uses a network of spies, just like Nazaram. They're not as barbaric as we assume they are.
Well, if we're dealing with a Earthfire weapon here, I can attest that Nyla here might have only seen the base power of it, not its full potential, by just picking it up.
Nyla's going to come and look out of the window and say, "Let's make a deal. I can kill Millis, but I can't handle all of those bound and protect Sarissa at the same time. You handle
a large number of those bound without any.
Cordis, my N-word."
And
I think if Cordis is next to me, I think we can take down a lot of them, actually.
I'm tough.
Of course you are. We know that you can punch things hard.
He loves punching things.
I saved the magnate of Arter Sarai once. That wasn't a good thing.
I heard a dwarf was there to help him now.
And Nyla's gonna say, "I'll need an hour to animate my shadow, but once I do, we'll be able to, I'll engage Millis, and you just cover and protect, Sarissa."
That work with everyone?
That's game.
He definitely will not abandon Sarissa, so I think we can trust this.
By cover and protect, you mean destroy all of the spirit things that need to go away.
I mean, that's the easiest way to protect something, is kill everything attacking it.
He's got to make
That's
sure that
my reasoning.
somebody to protect her.
Effie, you're on protection duty.
Nose goes.
She'll take it. Yeah, Effie will, Effie, who's still, inspecting all these runes, is going to, look over, put a thumbs up and say, "Yeah, got it."
Get what you can from those runes, Effie, because we are going to have to take that down.
Yeah.
Alright, Effie, also repeat back what you're supposed to do.
Can I investigate the runes with her?
Yeah, you can. You don't
Actually, I want to as well.
Understand them. Yeah, but you can go ahead and try.
Terrible.
History, investigation.
Either. History, what you know on the site from what Effie has told you compared to what you're seeing. Investigation, trying to determine the symbols. Yeah, so Del Miltis, he is, I think he's called the Knowledgeable Spirit or something. I will have to look up his exact title. But
That's
yeah,
fine.
he was, before there were Ascended and before there were, before the Ascended era, there was only one god ever to come from mortals. He was a half-orc that figured out how to just kind of use the knowledge of how the flow of life and death, the ebb and flow of life, to instead of when he died, his spirit just continued to roam around Ilderon. He removed himself from the pool of the bridge in Providence. What these have to do with that, you're not really certain. But it's it's super duper interesting.
Fascinating. And as far as protecting Sarissa goes, I'm more effective at a range as it is, so I can stay back in here and focus fire.
All right.
If you're
Oh, go ahead.
Outside the... If you're inside the building, you could suspend the wards that protect the building by attacking from it.
Well, I can stand outside the door then.
This is true.
Then I'll be out there with you. I'm also alone.
This isn't the...
I am okay ranged.
This isn't the spirit that you guys see, but this is just like an example of what these things look like.
I have a question.
Creepy.
Yes.
Eric,
Does my divine sense be able to sense them outside of the building, even though I'm inside of it?
Does Divine Sense picks up on Celestial, Fiends, and Fae? Or I don't think it hits.
Celestial, Fiend, or Undead, not Fae.
Oh, or Undead? Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna hit these things.
Okay. I still used it because I'm like, maybe I can figure them out.
Yeah, spending one charge of it. Let's see, Effie pings is Undead. And yeah, that's the only person that pings around you.
And I do not.
Yeah, exactly. How strange.
Smite Effie. No.
All right. So
it does critical damage.
Nyla is going to go into the back into the corner of the room near Sarissa, and she's going to apologize and say, "I'm going to need this one more time." Sarissa is going to exhale, and Nyla is going to bend down, and she's going to look towards the party and say, you want to be the first outsiders in history to see Brindori's Shadow Knight secrets?
Who?
Sure.
And she begins animating Sarissa's shadow. It's at this point, people become very aware that Nyla does not have a shadow. Sarissa's shadow begins taking shape, and we will come back at next round with combat. You never thought Group D would do it, did ya?
We're finally
actually
fighting.
not. We're gonna go outside and make a deal, and they're all gonna go away. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah, well, when I came back, I heard like people talking about deals before Cordis was just like, "Could we not?" And I was just like, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Del Miltis trade, or not Del Miltis, Millis trades." All right. So
I was tempted. Real tempted.
You know what? I should ask Nyla if those things. Could a normal sword? Is a normal sword going to be enough here? Or am I going to need to grab one of these from Rob?
Yeah, baby. Silver
Or
shield
Roman.
sword. I stole them off the corpse of my godfather.
They're a trophy.
Like,
yeah, bound can be dispatched. Just dealing with the things they attach themselves to is the hard part. So,
okay, well, normal sword will be fine.
yeah, if you guys noticed, like, oh, one more thing tonight. I don't know exactly what was discussed, but I didn't expect to continue that roleplay, so we'll use the last 2 minutes of this. If you guys were discussing Hipelry back and forth, a phrase
Yes.
Nyla would have thrown at you guys, as if you guys got super emotional about it, she would have been, she would have said, like, come on, like, control yourself. It's not really your friend. It's just a imprint of her soul that that Millis has.
We were mostly upset about trying to, like, having to kill her again. If we
Yeah,
had to.
exactly.
It's like, damn it, do I gotta kill her a third time?
Yeah, it's like, it's not really come on. But anyways,
A third time. Oh.
experience. Wait, did you kill her a second time? I don't think
That's
there
what
was.
I'm curious about.
No, when Olivia brought us the body.
Oh yeah, yep. I forgot about that. Oh wow, Hipelry's like the most returned NPC.
The best way.
60% more smiles.
There's a reason I wrote in there at the top, do not
Don't
believe his
his
lies.
lies.
Hey, Brandon,
Yes.
really quickly, I have a curious question.
Yes.
Did Cordis actually witness the loss of the Chronax? Because he was at the battle where Olivia fought Val.
Yeah, it was before that battle. I'll roll you a percentage die on it, because there were lots of skirmishes happening all over the world. I didn't set parameters for it. I'm going to say between 80 to 100% yes. 1 through 100, or 1 through 79 no. 33. He was not. He heard about it, and he was just like, yeah, this is going to be great. A Lil Nagai's going to strike from this area. Our forces are going to strike from this area. And then theirs got broken, and then they spilled, and it was bloody and nasty and horrible.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Because I just realized that happened at about the same time that he was fighting in Sea.
All right, experience for tonight. Moving forward with the main plot line for the session and finding Nyla, like big move. Or that's not the proper way to use that.
Get help with the kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna also give experience for Elenaver blowing up at Effie and everybody handling that really, really well. I expected that to be the moment where everybody kind of like lost their love for Elenaver.
Please.
I was expecting Roman to be like,
If anything, add a notch to the number of children you'll be bearing.
I was expecting 8 to 9.
I was expecting Rod to be like, well, since you don't have anywhere to go, why don't you still tag out with us for a while?
I don't think anybody noticed it, but every time a Terai was like mentioned around Elenaver in the like 3 days she was with you, she was just like, Terai.
I don't think we encountered any Terai on the.
Two.
We had
Effie
the Thorn.
and
The spy.
The spy.
the spy.
Yeah,
I didn't notice it.
when Zodra got his description of all the events happening, somebody like mentioned Effie or something about the Terai, and I paused it and I was just like, yeah, and from outside the room you hear somebody like sigh in disgust or something, and everybody's like, what party member said that? And nobody said anything, and it's just like, alright, whatever. Elenaver was the only one in that room. But yeah,
Didn't catch that one.
I'll give you guys experience for handling that well. And then accepting a quest from Earlore to get this shop, or rather take this stuff to a shop, and working with Nyla to kill Millis and Millis Apelri, and mutually scratch each other's backs. That's 4 events at 700. Everybody's level 9, right?
Level 10.
We should be 10.
Okay, I'm moving you guys up to 800 an event. Okay. Well, actually, I'll do it like this to just for the stuff. 7.
To be fair, I fell asleep 2 sessions in a row before experience.
Everybody that is level 10, 2,800, and everybody that's level 9, 3,200. And then everybody will be on the 800 mark for events.
What if we're level 11?
2,800.
Okay.
Okay, quick question, Brad.
I am level 10, so 2,800.
Oh, and your guys' next session. Let's discuss that. That's going to be the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I will be flying back into town on that Saturday. I should be able to play. If you guys want to play, we can.
Kino?
No. I bought a ticket to Montgomery. It would be cool if I was, though. I'll probably be there for December. But if you guys want to play that night, we can. I can keep you updated. Or if you want to postpone or reschedule, we can do that right now.
I mean, I'll be available.
I'll be available. It's more dependent on you, I guess.
All right, so experience for tonight, and then your guys' next session is on the 24th of November.